Um, it's 2 a.m. right now. I was supposed to do a podcast with 3 people total today, but I kind of like forgot to keep the other people updated. So that didn't happen. And yeah. And then I was supposed to do it with 2 people total, and then that didn't happen because I get like sucked into whatever task I have at hand. If it ends up being like more elaborate than I expected, I'll go like full on into it. Like, um, I just like will like just keep working on it until I hit a milestone that's like pretty major in whatever task I'm doing, or until I finish it completely. So, for example, if I'm like cleaning something, and then while I'm cleaning something, or if I'm cleaning my apartment and while I'm cleaning my apartment, I find out that there's like something in like the cracks of like the floor that I can't get out, I'll just keep doing that until it's like done, to the point where like someone will come in later and like I'll have like that piece of the floorboard out just so I could get to like that thing. And I'm not doing the thing where I'm like, oh, I have OCD. Oh, I have this. Oh, I have that. I don't think I have anything. It's just like sometimes you get distracted. So it's 2 a.m. and I'm like filming this podcast now. Well, I'm not even filming it because I don't want to go through the process of editing it. I'm just going to post the audio. Yeah. And it's like a weird thing because um I'll like do the I'll get distracted and kind of sucked into other tasks until I complete those. But like my like brain won't let me not do the other tasks that I had set for that day. So I knew I was going to do a podcast today, and I ended up getting distracted. Um so it like a lot of time passed by, but like I wouldn't be able to sleep if I didn't film a podcast, just because I said that I was going to be doing one. So it's like this weird thing where like I don't want to like disappoint myself in a way. Cuz like it's not like anyone would be disappointed if I like missed a day. They wouldn't even be disappointed if I missed a week and only did one next week and then one the week after. But like it would like disappoint me, which is weird. But I guess it's a good thing because like it's not taking like other people's opinion into account. Um I guess it could lead back to that. But another thing is like you would say that cuz I made a video where um I talked about how I used to like work like the entire day. And I made this whole video about like how I did it because I cared about what other people thought about me. And that was a small portion of it. The biggest portion was that I didn't want to feel like a failure. Not really in like other people's eyes, but I was letting their thoughts, their opinions get into the way too. But the biggest thing was not letting myself feel like a failure, because I had set all these like goals, and I felt like if I didn't reach them, I would feel like I was like a failure. But like no one ever like said to like that a goal has to be hit in like 4 years. It could happen like you could be more comfortable and more happy, and it could happen in like 10 years. You know what I mean? But it's different. It's not what I'm doing now, where like I'm like working like not 13 hours, it's absurd. Well, I'm working where I'm like waking up working, and then I stop working when I'm just about to go to sleep. That's what I used to do. But that's different than like always doing something. That's not what I meant in that video. In that video I meant like always working on um like one thing for like the wrong reasons. Like I was working on that thing not sometimes not because I wanted to, sometimes just because I didn't want to feel like I was like a fuck up. And I never felt like that because I just kept working. But like eventually I got to the point where I was like more comfortable taking my time to get to where I want to get. So it's like I got a better relationship with time. Um but now it's like it's different now. It's like I'm just always doing something. It's not like I'm like I wake up, start editing like mini clips of the podcast um until I like juice out every episode of like all the content I could juice out. Then after that, I'm just like researching like how to make the podcast better, blah 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 blah. All of those things are good things, but like it's not like I'm doing that for like I wake up, do it all the way until like the sun sets, then I'm tired, and then I go to sleep, and then I wake up and do the same thing. Now that'd be like great to do if I like if it was like what I like wanted to do the whole day. But if I was like forcing myself to do that because I didn't want to feel like my podcast was like some whole failure, I think that would be like a bad thing. But the stuff I do now is like um once again, it's just like I'm always doing something. Like I'll wake up um and I'll have like a list of things I want to get done. And it's not like the same stuff. It's just like different things like cleaning or like exercising willy or like working on like some project I have or filming a podcast. It's like a list of things I want to do. The thing that's kind of weird now is what I mentioned before, where like if I'm on like task 3 and it's like fix like car part, and then I notice all these other things about the car, and then it ends up with me like detailing the car. That happens, and then next thing I know, it's like 8 p.m. and I have like 5 more things I wanted to do, and I'll like get those 5 things done. So I still have that like a little bit of that in me where I'll um like kind of like have that thing where I like need to get everything done. And it's not like most people would be like, "Oh, that's a good thing. You're like disciplined." Yeah, it's I guess it's a good thing, but it's also um like some I don't know. I don't really know what it is. Maybe I'm just overthinking it. But you could see why it's like a bad thing. Like it's like I don't know. Maybe it's not even like a bad thing. I think it would start to be bad if I started to like do things poorly because of that. Like if it was like if I still had another task today and it was like to um make a video or something, and then I just made like a really bad video, like it wasn't even good. Or if it was like to like exercise and I only did like 10 push-ups or something. Like I think that's when it would be like, what are you even doing? It's like you're slacking. Um Maybe it's getting to that. I don't know. Maybe. Um but yeah, that's why I'm like doing this at 2 a.m. And like I go to sleep at 2 a.m. anyways, so it's I guess it's not that bad. Um but yeah, I ended up getting that training session with Willie done, and even the trainer like was like shook. Like I described briefly what the problem was, and she was like, "Oh, that's fine." And then like the more she learned about how Willie is and like saw it, she was like, "Oh God, oh, oh no." Like she just kept saying that. There was one point where I showed her the door because he managed to escape his crate once. Like I said in the last, I guess like two podcasts ago, he escaped his crate and he like bent it and shit, and then he got out and started scratching at the door to see if he could make a hole in the door to get through. And then probably after he got out of that, he would scratch the other door. But I showed her the door, and then I was while I was like listing stuff that he does, and then I just kept talking about like other things, and she was like, "Wait, I'm I didn't process anything you said because I'm still like processing the thing about like the door." Because he managed to do it in like 30 minutes. And then like he was like chewing a bone, and she's like, "So like," and he was like going to town on it, and she's like, "So what would happen if you like got up and like walked away?" I get up, walk to the kitchen, not even like left the room because it's like studio-ish. Like I just like left the living room, walked to the kitchen, which is all the same room, and he instantly puts down this bone he was like going to town on just to like follow me to the kitchen and just to like stand next to me. And she was just like, she didn't know what to do at first. Then she like um started to like make a plan for me, and then afterwards she made like this whole write up on like what I should do. Um and it's not easy. I didn't think it would be. And it's similar to what I thought I would have to do. Um Basically I just have to I didn't it's like when I leave, basically every time he's in the crate, like he's in the crate 3 times a day. I think he wakes up in the crate if that counts, but 2 times a day. So he wakes up in the crate. Then at 3 p.m. when he eats, I'll put him in the crate for 1 hour, and I'm here for that. And then at 8 p.m., um, he'll eat, or 7 p.m. he'll eat, and he'll be in the crate for another hour, and I'll be there. It's it's like when he's gotten used to that, and but there's like rare occasions where I'll put him in the crate and I have to leave, and that's when he gets all like confused and like starts to like scream and stuff because in his head he thinks I'm not going to return. So what I'm supposed to do is like repeat um like put him in his crate like an absurd amount of times per day, like not even for a long time. Put him like I'm supposed to like do stuff I do when I'm about to leave, which isn't even anything specific because I've already been trying to like leave in a way where it doesn't make a big deal about it. So I'll just like grab my keys and leave. But like what I'm supposed to do is like right now he's on the couch. It would be like I grab my keys, I put him in the crate, and I literally like I used to just walk out the door and walk back in because I tried it before, but I'm literally supposed to like leave down the stairs all the way down in my car, go in the car, turn it on, turn it back off, go back up because he hears all that stuff. And I've seen it on the camera and I've even heard it from like the top window where like he won't start crying until I turn the car on or until I close the gate or until I'm all the way at the bottom of the steps. Like, or when the door closes, he'll start crying. So like I'm supposed to do that, but like instantly return when I'm like done doing that process. So like the whole process is only like a minute and a half. And I'm supposed to do like the first time he'll probably cry. The second time he'll probably cry. The third time he'll probably cry, but I'm supposed to do it like 10 times a day for like a long time. And it's like it's like a common thing to do when a dog has separation anxiety. And it usually works pretty well if you just start off like that. Like you don't have to like break any habits. And but I did start off like that. That's like the weird thing. Like ever since I got him, I would like randomly get up and like go because he used to cry when I went in the bathroom. He doesn't anymore. But ever since I got him, I would just like randomly get up, leave, come back, like out of nowhere. And then like he would like be fine. But I think he caught on to the fact that like I'm not actually gone unless he hears the stairs, then he hears that door, then he hears the gate, and then he hears my car turn on. Like I think he's connected the dots because now it's like if I go, so I guess I didn't do it right. Now it's like if I go in my room and close the door, he doesn't really care. If I go in the bathroom and close the door, he doesn't really care. If I go out the exit door and close the door, he doesn't care. He doesn't care until I go down the stairs, open the back door to exit, and then open the gate and get in the car and turn it on. That's when he cares. So I have to do that like 10 times a day. And yeah, I'll do it even like fucking the she said to do it like twice a day. She said like she said that like the best thing would be to just do it a bunch of times, but she like kind of felt bad and cuz she thought that she said like for most people that's kind of like a force to like put their work clothes on cuz you have to do like everything to put like their work clothes on, go and like leave the whole building and come back in. So she was like, you can do it twice a day for like a couple months, but she said like it's better to just do it as much as possible. Um, and I think a good thing, I think like a solid number would be like 5 to 10 times. I can do it 10 times. Um, yeah, it shouldn't be too bad. I was just like, get up and leave. And we'll put him in his crate, get up and leave. Maybe I'll put him in his. It's the goal is to like confuse him, kind of like make him not know if it's like he's going in the crate because I'm about to leave, or if he's going in just because human feels like putting him in. Um, so like that's the goal, and that's the goal with like sometimes the goal is to confuse them. Like what you'll do sometimes is like you'll call them over, and you'll give them like a fat piece of chicken. You'll call them over again. You'll give them chicken. Call them over again, chicken. Call them over again, nothing. Call them over again, nothing. Call them again, chicken. So if you do it like that, because some people have a dog where like their dog will only listen to them if they have chicken. It's like only if they have that trade off. And it's like if they know that you have it. So if you end up like hiding the treats and like sometimes you have the treat in your pocket and sometimes you don't, there's no way of them like there's no way they would know it. So they'll just come every time in the hopes that they'll get something. And usually the best way to do it is if they are like instant with it, like you call them and they come like right away, like super fast, you reward them. And if they come just normally, like you pet them. If they come like kind of slow, you just tell them like in a positive voice that they did something good. But if they do like a great job, you do all three. That's like what you're supposed to do. And like he's done pretty well with like the majority of stuff like that. Every now and then, if he's too distracted, his training will just like go out the window. So I'm still working on it. But the biggest thing really is like his separation anxiety. It's so bad. It's like really bad. So I'm gonna try that and like I hope it works. Because separation anxiety is like one of the most inconvenient things for a dog not to know. I mean, not to know. It's like it's very inconvenient for them to have, and it's like just bad for them in general. Like they're just stressed the whole day, like, and they hurt themselves. So, and I don't want to go like the medication route really, unless I like really need to. I'm gonna try like this thing for a couple months, doing it every day, and just to see if that works. And if it doesn't, I guess it'll get to a point um, where I need to bring them to the vet and see like if they give them like supplements or something for like anxiety. But yeah, the breed is known to be like anxious, but like I think he has it a little bit worse for some reason. And I knew that the breed had separation anxiety, so I tried stuff in the beginning to like get rid of it, but like I guess I didn't do it correctly because it didn't work. He's also young, and like every day, not every day, every let's say month, you see him get a little bit better, or he'll have one day where like he doesn't even care that I leave. So it could be like age is a big factor, but we'll see. I think 1 year and he like with this training where 10 times a day he's just like left in a crate for like 30 seconds and he doesn't know why. Um, I think he'll be fine over time, hopefully. But yeah, that's like it's gonna be kind of hard, but you know, it's the type of thing that's worth it. Yeah, it'll be worth it. Thanks for watching the podcast. Next one's coming out tomorrow. It might have 3 of us on it. I might bring Pippi on and Rosie on. We'll see. But yeah, see you tomorrow.